Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing? I'm Kakidates. Alright, today we are going to talk about two different topics, but in a way, they kind of like show the double standard as well as the censorship that is mostly on the global side. All in all, and it's more interesting that we have to look like how is this considered, like it might take a double standard, as well as how those kind of situation can be like make you sit down and think like, is this really what the global people are really thinking along the line? But the thing is, right, what I'm actually referring is actually more not just on the double standard, it's more so on the censorship. Well, the thing is, right, I know a lot of people are saying like, hey, what kind of censorship are we talking about? Is it like things that the young children shouldn't see, or things that some people who shouldn't see along the line? Well, the thing is, right, it's actually more so on the word called fan service. Interestingly, a lot of people have been saying like things in anime is anything that is too so-called sexualist is considered a good thing along the line, or things that people think go and say, hey, maybe we should reconsider about this whole situation, like maybe that people love this kind of sexy thing along the line. Previously in one of my videos where I talk about Tifa from Final Fantasy VII wearing a so-called swimsuit and showing her accent, very nice, right? The thing is, right, I say that it should be a thing among a lot of games. I'm not saying like every game should have this kind of fan service where maybe the character look very pretty, or the character showing wearing a swimsuit along the line. I mean, like even if they show a male model or male character wearing just a normal trunk and have six pair, that's, hey, there are some people who have that kind of body, we can't argue with that, right? So the thing is, right, when you look at the whole situation, like a lot of people have been saying like the character body doesn't look realistic, or even when Microsoft say along the line of, hey, we want the body not to be too out of considered crazy along the line. And then the thing is, right, there is an element as highlighted by Red say that, I mean, I already knew about this situation before, it's just that having people here, like hearing from people point of view, which kind of like made me really wonder, because both these situations kind of happen at the same time. One is in regards to, again, I mentioned ReZero anime, where they have to redesign two characters, more so that the two characters is considered lolly in a case, and anyone who know that the Western people most Western people have to apparently, you guys have to forgive me when I have to use those words, that they are making noise about lolly character making a lot of sensual reference along the line. So even if the character is considered even if the character is over the age limit, or as long as they are short along the line, people are just going to call them lolly or young lady along the line, and people are going to make noise about it, either one way or another. So when you look at the whole situation, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? It depends on how you look at it, because the thing is, right, yeah, some of the character design original was considered a little bit too central for the Western take, but when you look at these original design from the by the original not by the original author, but more like based on their reference, as well as the one who designed it is not really the author. The author can kind of like give a take, and it's the illustrator. There is an illustrator for most light novels, so the illustrator is the one who tend to be the one who imagine it and come up with the design, and maybe the design was, as I mentioned, too sexy for the Western side. So when you have those Western people making noise about this kind of situation, about anime character that is not real, is fictional, all these things, people still making noise about it, it kind of better question like, what were they thinking? But the thing is, right, I can see like if let's say, for example, if the character design is too like if this is an anime and young children are watching it, and you do not want young children to have a misconception of lady along the line, or people with that kind of body along the line, yeah, I can see that point, because sometimes you do not want young children to step into things that is too early for their age. But the thing is, right, ReZero is a very gruesome anime in most of the part, so in a way it is technically not recommend for young children. High schooler, maybe if they are understandable of this kind of thing is all fictional, it's not real, they know how to draw their line, yeah, it's still alright. But maybe to some people there's a little bit of parents guidance, because a lot of things that is over 13 years old is considered PG, which means parents' guidance. So having some sort of parents' guidance or parents who is or maybe some sort of adult giving them like things that to teach them along the line and saying that hey, this is not real, do not take it as real along the line, then yeah, I can see where it is. But if people say that, oh hey, the parents are not doing the thing of guiding their children according to the line, hey, maybe that will be a different topic for a random chat along the line. So we'll leave that as another topic next time. But the thing is, right, when you have young children watching anime and having their own like thinking of things and they love this kind of thing, if you don't want them to think too sexualized of a character, yeah, I can see it that way. But then again, right, going as far as to attack the anime or saying that hey, it's not good to have this kind of thing, it doesn't sit well with me actually, because it's kind of like telling the whole damn world that we do not respect the original source. So imagine that you are the one who come up with a character, and the character maybe you are a person who come up with a character that is not sexualized, and people find it offensive that your character is a misinterpretation of their of the common people. Yeah, obviously people are gonna make it even more sassy for you because they say that sassy is the norm. So maybe in one of the era there will be a moment where every character should be sexualized, be it guys, girl, or whatever you want to call it. And then you say that, hey, it's very offensive, I want to make my character not sassy, but you guys make it very sassy along the line. And then they make it even sassy for you, Rule 36. Is 36? Oh, sorry, it's Rule 34, sorry. There's too many rules in the internet. So the thing is like when they use up the Rule 34, which is basically to sexualize a lot of characters, yeah, you even whether you will be happy or not, that will be debate for another topic. But the thing is, right, if you find it offensive, you have to understand when you look at the other way around, would people find it offensive or not? There may be some people who may find your things offensive, yes, but as well as there is also some people who appreciate it. So the thing is, right, if people don't like it, what is the thing that you can say to them? Don't watch it. Why you want to watch it? I mean, like, even to me, when people don't like my random chat, if they don't like it, don't watch it. If they watch it, I'm not forcing them to don't watch it. Because the thing is, right, to me, I don't like to force people to do things, and it's in the people's right to do whatever they want. It's the same thing for anime. If people create an anime with the mindset of the character, be it sexualized or not, it is under your right or those people's right to not watch it, even though at the same time I have to point out that it's also their right to watch it as well. So at the end of the day, is who is the one in the fault, who is the one that is creating all this trouble? I'm actually kind of like wondering why is the Western people making the noise? I mean, like when Ref says this, saying like this is meant for global audience. If we are using the word global audience, it seems like many people have the conception that hey, this is meant for the Westerner, especially aka USA. But the thing is, right, when you look at many part of the world, let's say Malaysia or China, censorship is also pretty much on the high scale as well, because they do not want, again I mentioned, if this is anime for young kids as well, then it's not recommend to have a lot of things that is too sexualized, because it can teach young children the wrong way. And I can totally see that point, but at the same time, it's also not good to give misrepresentation of a woman, because the thing is, right, a lot of people have the misconception that hey, women should look ugly, women should look fair, or women should be all black or all white or whatever that the color that is in the whole world. I mean, like, the thing is, right, as much as there is people who don't look nice, there are also people who actually look so pretty that you think of them as they are out of fairy tales. So at the end of the day, it's just that is just how the world works. There is a balance. As much as that, even when people ask me how do I look like, yeah, I mean, in the past I would just joke around, hey, maybe I look handsome along the line. But the thing is, right, if I say that I am a bold old man wearing glasses, look very fat, as well as having fat enough to have a watermelon belly, yeah, I don't think I look anywhere good. I mean, like, if anyone who kind of like debate that, like the so-called Western people who look very, very fat, then yeah, maybe no, maybe I don't know. I mean, like I definitely on the slimmer side, but do I have a watermelon belly? Yes, definitely there is. The thing is, right, it does not mean that people have to like create every game character, every anime character, or any manga character, or whatever character there is for any genre to have the same character to be like a character with a watermelon belly. So the thing is, right, if they create a character with six-pack muscle or very muscular or a bodybuilder or maybe skinny like a stick character, there's nothing wrong with it because it just shows that there are a lot of diversity within this world. There are people who look different from each other, and that's fine. It's just that people always make noise. And again, the funny thing is, right, when they kind of like put up the censorship along the line, it kind of begs the question like, why would people say that the body shape of some anime look ridiculous, or did they not use a real life human as a reference? The thing is, right, I study anime and manga, not in USA but in Japan. I study in Japan, alright? For that period, I go to anime studio as well as asking artists, actual anime studio artists and producer and director in regards to drawing a character. The one thing that I was pretty shocked to learn is that when we start learning to draw, they don't like, oh no, it just, oh, I'm gonna imagine the character look like this in my mind and then I draw along the line. It's the thing is, right, when we first start the basic, right, we start drawing on real life model, a real life person. The thing is, right, the reason for that is to ensure that us are getting used to drawing character or things that look at realistic. Even if the things that we're gonna draw will be let's say ridiculous, not real, or let's say a beast along the line, or a insect monster along the line, we still end up using a real life example. Like, let's say if you're going to draw an insect monster, we use a real life insect. If you're going to draw a beast man, we will still draw, like, we use animal as well as human for the body to kind of like give the shape to the character we have in mind. The thing is, right, people don't understand that anime studio or even a manga artist along the line or illustrator, they use real life as reference. So when people kind of like saying that things that don't look realistic, yeah, they're just trying. It's just that they can't imagine such a thing themselves, and when people can do it better than them, they are making noise about it. You know, if some people say that they are jealous, maybe yes, maybe no, maybe I don't know. But at the end of the day, making like saying that anime character don't look realistic or they look whatsoever, it's just that when you look in real life, they are using real life reference as the base to draw. Some even going to the point of taking, like, doing the action themselves. Like, if they can't imagine the action of the character moving, they use real life ensemble to like, they take a video of them doing it, and then they draw frame by frame based on the action they did. And that is how some of the action, as some people say, look ridiculous. It's because they actually they do it themselves and use it as a reference, even if the action doesn't look realistic. Because the thing is, right, at the end of the day, they use a realistic action, and saying that things that doesn't realistic look is, even though it's based on realistic, yeah, weird, right? So the thing is, right, even for me saying like things that is it realistic or not is up for debate for some people, but most people, most thing I learned in Japan is definitely using real life model. And the thing is, right, when we are talking about real life model, when people are like making noise about anime that is look too realistic, or the character or the anime doesn't look too realistic, the thing is, right, people on the Western side are making noise about censorship or things that have to be censored along the line. I understand. I mean, like, don't worry about the anime. If you guys want to know more about Red Sun opinion, I wouldn't say every of his point are good, but I'm just giving my take. But I will still let you guys, and I will let you guys go and check out his video for most to understand his take. But I have to. I'm just giving out my take as well. So it's more like a little bit of explaining my side of the story. But the thing is, right, The one thing that don't sit well again is in regard to the censorship, because the thing is, when I say that earlier, when I mentioned there is a double standard, right? But the thing is, right, if we say like there is a double standard, it really does mean that it's a sort of under double standard. The thing is, when people are making noise about censorship on anime, people as there is a matter on Twitch, and it's actually made to the point to the being that it's being covered by Twitch as well as Mataha, is that they will I can't show that video, okay? It's for safety reason, right? So what I'm actually referring is that apparently there is a one young lady, the same young lady I used to talk about. I'll put up that video in the description below, so you guys want to check it out, you can check that out. Apparently this time around, that same young lady decided to do wear a green underwear. And why green underwear? Well, anyone who know for people, there is something called like, especially when it comes to making film or doing live stream, there is something called the green screen. Green color has always been the color to use as the so-called base. I mean, like, you can use gray color, you can use blue color, you can use red color, whatever color that is, but green color tends to be the so-called universal color for creating a transparency on OBS or any software that use chroma key. So what this young lady did was that she kind of like showcased her butt area wearing nothing she do wear her bikini on the top, but wearing a green underwear or whatsoever, kind of like showing like to some people say, hey, that look ridiculous, but then more so is that on that green screen is her playing a game, the game screen. And in a way, when you think about it, does it look bad? Maybe to some people, again, like I mentioned, it still does not undermine that there are a lot of people looking forward for that. The thing is, right, the reason why I say it's double standard in a way is that when you look at the way Twitch trying to handle it, like they're changing the term and service along the line, and saying that, hey, maybe not too sexy, or maybe even if when people go around about it to make it that way, people are happy about able to look at sexy girl. I mean, am I guilty or not looking at sexy girl? Yeah, I'm very guilty of it. The thing is, right, when you have Western people, the same Western people, where I'm not saying like every Western people, I'm just referring that when I say Western people, there is like two sides. There is one side that is very happy about this anime censorship. There are also another side who doesn't like about anime censorship. But then again, when you have one side, when you have the same group of people, there is people who love looking at sexy lady, as well as one group of people who doesn't like looking at sexy lady. When you actually ask, like, if anyone go and do a survey, would you like censorship in anime? You can have a person who say yes to that question, but they won't like it when there is a censorship to a real-life woman streaming in bikini. I mean, like, there is even another case recently that happening about there is one young lady showing triple camera of herself, one her butt area, one her chest area, basically her front area, as well as one her back area, if I recall correctly. So the thing is, right, that stream apparently did not get banned. Maybe it got banned later on at the time of this recording. I don't know. But the thing is, right, if people are enjoying this sort of content in Twitch, it just proves to show that there are some people who love looking at sexy lady body, and it really begs the question, like, is the Western side making noise in the good way or in a bad way? It's better the same thing as game company trying to stop this kind of sexy thing or unrealistic body, or even to the point of like they people making noise about censorship in anime. It's the same. If you look at the whole same thing, it's all back to one thing: censorship. And why I say there is a little bit of double standard, right? Is that, again, well, people may make noise about character in anime look too sexy, but when you have a real life woman wearing a bikini and streaming in real life, or maybe wearing green underwear and showing their butt, but actually not entirely showing their butt at the same time. And those same people who is very very hateful of anime are now very happy about this kind of real life thing. Yeah, it's the same thing. They are all sassy. Why are you making noise? So the thing is, right, when you look at the whole situation, again, it can be considered a form of double standard. People are making noise over nothing. I may be wrong to take it this way, but when you, like I mentioned, people in mostly, I feel like it's mostly on the Western side, because a lot of things that making noise right on Twitter is always the Western side. If is there people making noise on the China side, maybe, but the thing is, right, Twitter tend to have a lot of Western people, so yeah, your argument is invalid. So the thing is, right, at the end of the day, is it weird for the Western people who is making noise about censorship? Yeah, it's really questionable though. I mean, like, if you don't like, personally, I still stand by with the word saying that if you don't like it, don't watch it. If you don't like to watch sexy lady, yeah, don't watch it. If you don't like to watch character in anime look too sexualized for your taste, don't watch it. It doesn't mean that there are people who hate it, or there are people who like it along the line. That everyone have their own cup of tea, or coffee, or me, or water, whichever you want to call it. The thing is, right, at the end of the day, it's just back to one simple solution. You can just watch it or you don't watch it. There's no one is stopping you. Personally, to me, I just find it ridiculous on many people's part. And another thing is, right, is again, and this I want to point out as well, is that when people say that the character is too sassy in anime and it look unrealistic when it's based off real life person, and then when you go and look at some of the tweets matter, like those people wearing like I mentioned, the one who is showing a triple cam of whole body, or a young lady wearing a green underwear and green screen it and show a gameplay on her butt area. Yeah, it's one thing that I want to ask everyone is that, have you guys noticed that how sexy or good looking those lady streamer have? I mean, like, it's really questionable. Is that when some people saying like, hey, one of the topic I used to talk about is like, do game character have to look realistic in is that a form of fan service that people don't find offensive along the line? And then people say, oh, the game doesn't look realistic along the line. When you have a real life person with around the same big chest or big butt, and people say, oh, that is based on a real life person, it look real, and then you draw, and it's like, what? Another form of double standard. So the thing is, it's really, really weird that people are making noise. Like when you have a real life person, they say it's real. When you have an anime that is drawn based on, maybe in some cases real life, based off a real life person, people say that's fake. So the thing is, it's really better. The question is like, what is the line that should be drawn? What kind of double standard are we talking about? It's really weird that a lot of people who is making noise online, it doesn't matter whether it's on Twitter, whether be on Facebook or YouTube or even Twitch itself, people from how I look at it will always make noise, whether we all like it or not. So it's really, really weird that people always make noise, and it's really, there is a form of double standard from how I look at it. Because the thing is, right, if anime from Japan anime studio, right, if they have to so-called compromise with the Western audience by redesigning a character that is so-called too sassy for the Western side, I can see why Western people are making noise about it. But at the same time, I mean, like, it's better the question, like, will the Western people do the same thing for most game? The thing is, right, it's really better the question, like, do people like sassy game or character that look too sassy or maybe too handsome, versus a group of people who doesn't like character to look too sassy, too handsome? It's really, really like, there's you have to either go one side, you cannot go both sides. Because the thing is, at the end of the day, there is always the bad side. And it's not pun intended, it's basically fully intentional. So the thing is, it's really weird that how people are making noise about it. to me, my take is just that if you don't like it, don't play it, don't watch it, don't whatsoever to it. Just don't make noise about it. It's just that more and more people are making noise about it. It's like making a big hoo-ha out of nowhere. It's like the English term called making a mountain out of a molehill, as well as in a way I would also at the same time feel like they just got nothing to do. In Chinese word, one of my favorite say is would be 吃饱没事做, which basically they eat so damn full that they really got nothing to do and they are making a fool out of themselves. So at the end of the day, I would say that is there a form of double standard about censorship within on the Western side? To me, yes. Definitely, I would say in terms of the screening, everything it seems to be yes. I mean, like, don't worry, you guys can go and check out the video set by Mataha as well as Penguin Zero when they're giving their talk about the Twitch matter, as well as for Rest Days in regards to character design that is so-called being self-censored along the line, so you guys can check it out. But do understand that the video I'm putting up today it's all my speculative thought as well as my take, and it's just all a random thread, a random thought. And if you do like this video, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe. But the one thing, if you do have your own thought and you want to give out your own opinion, by all means, write in the comment below and we can discuss it further. But till then, don't forget to press the like. Don't forget to press the like button. It's gonna help me a lot. And I hope you guys have a nice day or night. Bye.